I worked as a firefighter for almost 40 years. Thought I had seen everything life could show me. Fires, smoke, long nights, and many moments when people needed help. But one morning, something unusual happened. Something I never expected after so many years. I went outside to check my mailbox, just like I always did. Bills, advertisements, nothing interesting. But then I noticed one envelope. It looked old, like someone had written it by hand. I couldn't remember ordering anything. So I stood there, looking at that letter. Something about it felt important, even before I opened it. So I walked back into my house and slowly opened the envelope. It was a letter. And the first sentence made me freeze. The letter said, "Hello. You probably don't remember me." And right there, I felt curious. You saved my life many years ago. I stopped reading and looked up, trying to remember. During my career, I saved many people. Too many to remember every face. But the letter continued. It described a night I had almost forgotten. A small house fire, heavy smoke, a child trapped inside the building. Suddenly I remembered that night was more than 30 years ago. The fire was spreading fast. The whole street was full of smoke. Someone shouted that a child was still inside. Without thinking, I ran into the house. The smoke was everywhere. I could barely see the stairs, but then heard a small voice calling for help. I followed that voice through the smoke, trying to see where it was coming from. Then I saw him, a little boy sitting on the floor, crying. He looked scared, completely frozen, too afraid to move. I picked him up and told him everything would be okay. But the fire was getting worse. The stairs were already burning. So I ran, and as fast as I could, holding the boy in my arms. The smoke was getting thicker. I could barely breathe. But somehow, we made it outside. His mother ran to him, crying and hugging him. For me, it was just another rescue, another day at work. After that day, I never saw that boy again. Life simply moved forward. Years passed, more fires, more rescues, and many long nights. Eventually, I retired. My life became quiet. I spent most days sitting at home, thinking about the past. Sometimes I wondered if any of those people remembered me. But honestly, I never expected to hear from anyone again until that letter arrived in my mailbox. So I kept reading, trying to understand who wrote it. The letter said that little boy never forgot that night. He wrote that one moment changed his entire life. The letter said that after that fire, the boy started dreaming about becoming a firefighter. He wrote that he never forgot the man who carried him out of the smoke. That moment changed the direction of his life. The boy studied hard, trained every day, and never forgot why he started. Then, the letter said something that surprised me. He wrote that today he is also a firefighter. For a moment, I just sat there holding that letter in my hands. I realized one small moment can change its entire future. Sometimes the things we do mean more than we ever realize. And sometimes, years later, life sends us a reminder. At the end of the letter, there was one more sentence that shocked me. I never forgot your face. I looked for you for many years. Then he wrote, today I save people too, just like you did for me. I became a firefighter because of that night. When I read that, I felt something I cannot explain. All those years, I was just then another rescue. But for him, that moment changed his entire life. Sometimes, the smallest action can a future you never see. That letter reminded me why I chose that job so many years ago. Because sometimes saving one life can quietly change many others.